Says the mom and pop quilty shop, and Sophie Loafy, and Sophie Loafy. Giving her some lovins. How's everybody? All like 80 of us hanging out. Thank you so much. That's a lovely start. That's a lovely start. Sophie the Loafies. I know. Sassa says, hi, Sophie. I know. Yes, I know. Yeah, I know. You're such a good girl. Right? Get some lovins. You good? Good, not yet? Okay. You just let me know when you're done. I won't pressure you to be on more camera than you really want to. No, I know the stresses. I do. I'm such a good girl. Right? You good? Thank you. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. You're the bestest buddy. I know. I thought she'd hang out with me for a little bit as we introed. There we go. Sophie. I know, she's so sweet. I just love her. We're out kicking the B-A-L-L. I don't want to say it because I get all excited. We can't have that when I'm going to be busy with you guys for the next little bit. Okay. Well, hello, everybody. I'm just going to say hello to all 95 of us now. Thank you very much for joining me today. It is Saturday, January 18? Boy, this month has already gone fast. February always seems to drag, though, for some reason, even though it's the shortest month of the year, except for this year. I think we have a leap year this year, don't we? It is really, I saw the haircut, totally cool. I'm like, I totally match him. Me and Mitchell could be buddies. You know, we got little hair. I just need to gel it up in the center. Blizzard in Iowa, Jessica. We kind of got some heavy stuff going on here too. We're expected 25 centimeters. If anybody would love to see the snow, I'm happy to pan the camera over there so you can see it for a few moments. Happy to. If you wish it, love to see it, want to come shovel it. Something I missed is something of blocks. Something blocks, Mom. I missed that, Allison. I'm so sorry. Love the kitties behind you, Ella. I saw the video. I thought it would really look lovely as a lap quilt or as a wall hanging for someone. So it's pretty much just going to be the way that is. I think it looks lovely. I like the color choices that I chose to accent the colors that were in the blocks, the orphan blocks, because they were all put together at the guild meeting, tossed to the UFO table. Nobody wanted them anymore, the orphan table. And of course, I picked up the sewing machine. You've seen it on the wall. I'm going to try and find different sewing machines, all different types. I don't want to do that one replicated so many times. I like to try different sewing machines that people have created, or even maybe make a few of my own and make that as a whole quilt. So that's kind of, I had a little dream last night. And that's kind of what came to me, is trying to find, because the one that Heather sent us for the world quilt, that has it for her, is a very paper-pieced sewing machine, and I love that one. So I thought if I could find that one, I'll do that one, and then if I can find other different types of ones, I would make a lovely quilt. So that was my idea. Minus 30 with the wind. I know, that's not good. It was minus 26 yesterday morning when I went to crossing guard. It was with the wind chill. I was like, all right, put your big pants on and your scarves and your hats. It was like, what? I thought maybe spools would go on the outside, actually, Pauline. It's funny that you say that. Do spools are on the outside and all the sewing machines in the center. So, yeah. Or as a cornerstone, do a little spool and then something in between or whatever. I don't know. It'd be kind of cute. I think it'd be cute. Totally. 120 of us. Try quilt in a day. She has 2 that are free. Oh, thank you, Pat. thank you very much. A little check note on that one. I just like to find a bunch of free ones that I could take on to try and make them around the same size. They don't have to be exactly the same size. I'm fine with mixing and matching sizes and stuff like that. You can always put, you know, background fabric around to bulk it out like we did the cat squares, right? So you see the piano quilt? Were you the one who was asking about it, Kathleen? For some reason, I lost your message. I don't know where it went. It just kind of, I glanced at it. It said something about the quilt in the back with the piano keys, and poof, there. I'm like, I love the internet sometimes. This one right here, are you talking, Pauline, the sewing machine, or the one I have in front of me? Which one would you like to know? Oh, sewing machine quilt, don't forget an old singer. Yeah, that's what I mean, like any sort of style that I can come across, Teresa. So Donna Jordan has it. There we go. That's like 3 right there. So fantastic. So yeah, it came to me as a dream last night, doing all different types of, yes, the sewing machine. Okay, hold on. Let me find out for you, darling. Let's see, what is it? I don't know. I just grabbed it. Well, actually, it was given to me. It's like, you need to take this. It is 10 1/4 wide and 10 1/4 long. So 10 1/4 by 10 1/4. Not even a 10 1/2 by 10 1/2 or anything like that. So it's 10 1/4. It really is cute. I'll put it actually up to the iron camera so you can see it. And so you really get a good look at that little block. Is that cute? Hopefully. Is the light okay? Maybe I need to twist the light. There we go. Is that a little bit better? Here's hoping I can try and angle it down a little bit too. So. Yeah, isn't that cute? It's adorable. It's totally adorable. And this right here, oh, not this right here. That's the sewing machine. This right here is going to be the cross stitch project that I start on. And January 31st is a PA day. And this was gifted to me by my sister Elizabeth a couple of years ago. And that's what we're going to be doing. It says sisters. And it's like little pots with plants. Maybe, I don't know if I can help get that any closer. So isn't that cute? That's what we're going to be doing. So come hang out with me on the 31st of January, which is a Friday. Probably start maybe noonish our time, noon Eastern, so about an hour earlier than we are right now. And yeah, we're gonna put her at that. So I thought that'd be lovely as my first little project. And then I was looking at the threads. Oops, and then this one comes with a knot in it. And I pulled it out from the stash. I'm like, you don't tie a knot in it. That's crazy. So it's a good thing I have lots of other threads I could use instead of this green one here. So, but yeah, isn't that great? I thought it'd be a lovely start to our little cross stitch adventure. So yeah, January 31st, it's a Friday. Come hang out with me around noon, my time. We'll go for a little bit. You probably just will have a main camera of what, I had a little, what am I thinking? The canvas that came with it. Sorry, thank you. I had a brain fart. The canvas that came with it wasn't quite big enough to put in this big hoop that I wanted to work with, just so I wasn't trying to get the sides dirty, as well as, you know, because I can kind of fold it up a little bit or make one of those grime covers that Robin does. And I just work in here. So I put the, you know, the clampy side over here, can work with the sister and the pots this way. And yeah, so I'm ready to go. So I've just put some scrap fabric, my scrappy white fabric that I have lots of, just to bulk it out so it would fit in the hoop. Isn't that cool? I know. So yeah, here's hoping that it'll be a little fun adventure. So January 31st, we're going to do a little stitcheroni and come hang out with me. Okay. I'm looking forward to it. So I want to say 2 things before we start our little adventure today. Well, I'm going to just stack that there. Stay. 1, ooh, threads everywhere. A little healing prayer for Grace. She's one of the moderators of her channel. We haven't seen her for a little while, but she's been doing some healing. She had some surgery this week. And also Gwenny Simpson. She also had surgery this week. About an hour after our live stream last Saturday, she was feeling some pain, extreme pain in one of her hips. And she has 2 artificial hips, and then she ended up finding she had an infection. So she had surgery this week, and to get it all kind of, you know, flushed out, oil, lube, and filter sort of thing. And but she's recovering in the hospital, and hopefully everything's going okay with Gwenny, and everything's going okay with Grace. So healing thoughts to both of our lovely ladies. If you get a little chance to say a little prayer, that would be lovely. And speaking of Gwenny, she actually won our extra video that we do for the people who pay monthly for our videos, an extra video that we do. So this was called the color wash, and this is her quilt, and she pretty much gave me permission to do whatever I wanted. So I stitched it up with spools of thread and needles. And I'll show it up to the iron camera so you can see it. And I chose a lovely floral gray backing that just kind of tied nicely together. It wasn't as bright and beautiful as the front, but it would just kind of subdue it a little bit. So if she just wanted to, you know, chill out with some gray, it was okay. And so here's hoping she loves what I chose. Okay, and I've got the binding on. I just need to finish it up. So here, I'm trying to get it so you can see it. Hopefully you can see actually the stitch out there. I don't think you can. Why can't you? I really want you to see it. Maybe you might be able to see it better on the back side. Yes, thank you everybody. Healing thoughts their way. Hold on, let me flip it around to the gray side and you might be able to see it a bit better. But she said do what I wanted, and because she's a crafter and a stitcher and a quilter too, when I talked to her the other day, it was already finished on the long arm. I forgot to tell her. I was just so surprised that she was actually had an infection in her hip and she was going for surgery and stuff. So yeah, can you kind of see a little better? You can see the spools and the thread, spools, thread, and the little needles, a little bit. I don't know. Here's open. There's open. So yeah, it just needs to be finished up. So it does look lovely. Yeah, spools and needles. Okay, you could see that a little bit. Yeah, okay. Sweet. And I just thought, you know what? I thought you would love that. And it looked like as it's going along, you got like 500 different spools of colored thread. So it was pretty neat. So, so we'll have to finish sending that off to her. Finish it up and send it off to her. But I think she's recovering in a local hospital closer to where she lives, because she's kind of like smack in between Calgary and Edmonton. So, but no, I did not do that freehand. If you're talking about the quilting, no, that's all Walt. That's all Walt. That's Walt and his magic. We love Walt, don't we, everybody? Watch some Long Arm Wednesdays. You'll learn to love Walt too. Yeah, I had a great time. Hello, Winona. Happy to see you. I haven't seen your name here before. Where you from? What you doing? What you hanging out with today? I would love a Walt. I wanted a Walt for a long time too, but it was really before Walt became computerized that I really wanted one. So, and then when I found out they were computerized, I really, really wanted one, because then you can do all sorts of fun things. Walt wants to come live with you. He's kind of expensive to ship. Just saying. He's heavy. What's everybody got in their mug? I got Love is the Greatest Adventure. And some juice. I'm glad you found us too. Happy you're here. We are working on a free pattern. If you go !P Moon, that's the letter P, and then MOON, P for prairie, moon for moon, and you will come across this free pattern. It's a one-sheeter if you don't print the first page, because you don't really need that. You can just look at that in your own. Save your ink. So it's a one-pager. I love one-page patterns, let me tell you. They are my fave of the favorites. And this is the block we end up with. And I've just been kind of puttering away, making them. Pattern on the square in that one, anyone? I don't need a big machine. I would just like sit down. Oh, you mean like a mid-arm? You probably would love a mid-arm, Helly. You have tea in your cup, very nice. Coke of the fizzy variety in my glass tonight, very nice. My mug says, proud mom of scholar FT. Sorry?
She wants to know what that pattern is.
Who does?
That's what the one that was asking about.
Oh, Kathleen?
Kathleen.
Oh, you want to know the name of it?
Yeah. So
Oh.
it's the Storm at Sea one, right?
Oh, the whole fabric? Yes. The cutting of the fabric? Yes. I thought you meant the stitch out pattern, so I was going to have to go back. But yes, originally, and in many versions, it's called Storm at Sea. But via the kit that I bought via Craftsy, when Craftsy was Craftsy, and before it was Blueprint, was called Color Wash. I think because of the whole color progress it makes throughout the whole quilt. But you can definitely do it in a blue and white, a black and white. Helly's done it. She's done a beautiful one. She shared a picture via our webpage. So maybe she can put that on a new webpage, the Online Quilt Crafters Quilt Guild. So, and anybody who else has done a Storm at Sea, share that one. We plan on doing it as a Scrappy Adventure this year. I was just kind of maybe hoping for just before the summertime sort of thing to put that into the schedule, but we could do it a little earlier if you like. So, and try and get the proportions. I would like him to keep them about the same. It's a beautiful project to come together. It really is. A lot of trimming though. Just saying. A lot of trimming. A lot of squaring up. A lot. I probably spent 8 hours squaring up stuff. It's a long time. Mine was called Storm at Sea with Two Hearts. Will go on, and that's why I made it for my son's. Yeah, exactly. There's some you can have the two hearts. You can have side by side, or they go like progressively down and down, or they're up above each other, or they're side by side. There's many different ones. There's almost ones that it's like a storm at sea, but it kind of looks like a Bargello sort of mix of a wave because it's the storm at sea, as they're calling, like it looks like a wave. So you could, there's many other versions out there. I'm sure there's free patterns. We plan on trying to find a free one to share with everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy everybody's here. Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I don't think I've ever well, I'm not a coffee person, so I can't say. So that's what we're working on. We're going to plug away at a few more. I've done some of the squares with their outside fabrics. I got some little cardinals and chickadees or, winter birds and stuff like that. There's the ones with the white fabric and the presents. And then I have the other one with a little bit of cream and all the ornaments and stuff like that. So I'm just keep plugging away. I have half presents on this one, and then we're going to do the Mausers on the other half. Just kind of keep with the consistency of the white and about the depth of pattern on each piece. So. Yeah, so what's everybody else doing today? Sorry. I had a very busy week. On Monday night was my guild meeting. I had to bring a snack and bring a couple of customer quilts, or one customer quilt that she was going guildy as well. Beautiful project. That was the weave one that we did on the Wednesday. You'll see it if you watch the video. And so deliver that, as well as be a presenter. So I was also a presenter on Monday night. So that was lots. That was, for an hour and a bit, I got to talk to people. So about what to quilt and where. So I brought my fishy quilt to talk about because every fish is different on my fishy quilt. Say hi to Pop. Yeah, Pop's going to be away next week, but he has a very, very, very busy week. So he's not sure if he's going to be able to meet up with the fans. He's only at this point in time has made trying to schedule time with his sister, and it's just going to be him and his sister, not his niece and his brother-in-law and stuff like that. So it'll just be him and his sister. So yeah, he's really only available for to do something with Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and that gets kind of busy. So. We'll see. We'll try and do a really fun hookup when we're in there in July. Hopefully, when we're there in July for Victoria's wedding, we could try and hook up with a couple of people. Then the two of us, so or Victoria and the gang if anybody else wants to come along. Sorry, you may have to meet more than my family than you wanted. It's just the way it's gonna go. So I don't mind mixing the fabrics between the blocks, like this one with the little presents with the white fabric on it, and then taking this with the little mousers the quilt that I gave to my mom, which we did as the cascading, I think it was called Garden Cascade, but we did it as Christmas fabrics with black, blue, red, and green, and then white was the accent color, and the white was these little mousers, the squares. It was just a square of fabric, and it was just a little bit of fabric left over, so I thought it'd be lovely to incorporate it into this one because it is a Scrappy Adventure. So, and we're using our Christmas fabrics. But you could do this with any fabric at all. The one that's actually in the, like the description sort of thing is, of course, it's just lights and darks, but it's more like a World War retro sort of colors of like gold and burgundies and dark blues and stuff like that. So you could really choose to do anything you like. Just go ahead, bust your scraps, pick what you need. Here, there, it says lights and darks, and you can balance that out within your stash, I'm sure. Hello, Josie. How's it going? Sewing here. I'm working on getting my chores done so I can sew for the rest of the day. You go, Kathy. You go, Kathy. Sorted out what I could this morning, that's for sure. Hi to everyone I missed. Oh, thank you, Miss Deanne Palmer. Yeah, it was good fun at the school the other day, that's for sure, with the Joey pouches. So I'm very, very excited to see the artwork that comes back Monday, Tuesday from the kids. And so one of the, actually, like 3 of the parents said yesterday, they were like, they were going shopping for permanent markers, which they don't normally buy in their house because they're permanent markers. I go, but for this project, you need the permanent markers. They're like, we know. I said, and then one of them says, it'll be under lock and key as soon as the project is done. Especially from such and such a child. Hello, Niku, happy you're here. What's going on, bud? How's it going? How's school going? Are you still in school? No, I guess not. If you had your... Maybe. I don't know. You tell me. Making lunch, then finishing getting craft ready for teaching at church tomorrow. 1st and 2nd grade. I teach with my husband. Very nice, Heather. Yes, you do. You are a Sunday school teacher. I love that. I love that. So... And you showed the other day that you had like a shaving accident while you were shaving, and that's why I don't shave. I need my layer of hair as an extra layer for winter, so I keep it. Much to Pop's chagrin. I don't shave. I need that extra layer. It gets minus cold up here. Please show the artwork. That is such a wonderful project. Oh, I hope to, as long as there's like no first and last name sort of things, but I will definitely be showing, will be so happy to show off their artwork, let me tell you. So, and one of the young men, Melanie, you've probably seen the post either on Instagram, hashtag Mama Pop Quilt Shop. Melanie from Monarchy Staging, she was the other mom that was participating with me. And her son, who really wanted to help out, he's in grade 7, but he was there. He was there in the picture with me. And he, when I said to the kids, you know, hi, you know me as normally Laura Lynn, your crossing guard, but I'm also a YouTuber, and I've YouTubed for almost 4 years. We're coming up on our 4-year anniversary. And I said, we have 15,000 fans. And he goes, 15,073. And I was like, thanks, buddy. So proud he's watching. I had no idea. All right, we're going to square these ones that I just did up. And all these ones here that I squared up earlier, because I've been working since 11. I don't know where you guys have been, but I've been on this for like 2.5 hours. So, and this is all the bits I chopped off. Holy moly. And that's even doing, okay. So the pattern was a little confusing, okay? Where it says... For the A lights and the A darks, which is the half square triangles, it says cut 2 squares, 3 7/8, cut diagonally once to yield 4 triangles. You will need a total of 40 squares to equal 160 triangles. So it's kind of like, I'm not sure how many I should be actually cutting. So I ended up cutting enough to do some around the border. Ended up cutting twice what I needed for the half square triangle. So I squared those up too. So that's so you can see a little bit of the green fabric there. That's all from squaring up the little ties off of that. Oh, excuse me. You have a date next Saturday night? Very nice. Very nice. Remember, you have to pay. I'm freaking out at all the waste I see in some quilting. What do you mean? What do you mean about the waste? We try to bust our scraps and stuff like that. We don't try to waste. What do you mean though? I think you meant date, Helly. Maybe. I'm not sure. Hey, from Pickens, South Carolina. Well, hello, Max. How are you? Happy to see you here. We're working on, what are we working on? Working on this. It's a free pattern. Check it out. Oh, dance. Oh, a dance. A boogie, boogie, woogie. Do, 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 do. Nice. I love a good boogie woogie. Paula, Kathleen, our gate group throws them in a bag for dog bits. Oh, these little bitsy here's? Yeah, well, I was kind of like, I didn't want to throw them in the garbage, so. Yeah, exactly, paper piecing. Oh my gosh, paper piecing is the worst fabric and paper waster for sure. Exactly. Indeed. So I just kind of was making a little pile. I mean, some say it's not good for the birds because it gets moist and rots. And I did a lot of that one year and people got mad and made comments that, you know, I wasn't doing something right. So I don't want to do that. So I think it's better to shove it into something, as you say. So next year's your last year? I thought so. I thought maybe you're probably grade 11. Well, you can probably consider grade 11. All right, we're going to square up these little guys here, and then we're going to put some together. So I have pretty much 80 extra of these half square triangles. I still have to actually put them together because I'm only done half to help border out this project. So, indeed. Miss Janice Wheeler's here. Hello, Lois. I didn't see Lois pop in. Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, ladies? What's going on? I sense a double trouble going on there between those two. They almost need like a little warning label. Am I right or am I wrong? Is doing nothing. Nothing is here. Moving on. Move along, people. Move along. Oh, she just got here. Okay, good, good, good. I thought maybe I missed you. So you were talking, Allison, at the first start there. You said something about. Oh, I was really confused. What was you were waiting for something today? What were you waiting for? I was trying to figure it out. Oh, these are really close together. I probably could just keep those for another box. Tuesday, I do a youth group. Very nice. Very nice. I keep pillowcase size bag next to my sewing machine. Oh, I stuff a pillow and donate to dog shelter. That's a great idea. Very nice. I collect mine in a grocery bag. I'll eventually use them to stuff something. Okay, good, good, good. Very nice. Unused scraps are great for looking at. I bought a cameo cutter, ordered it from Amazon yesterday. Is that like an AccuQuilt cutter sort of thing? Hello, Aunt Bee. Happy you're here. Hello, Deborah. At Paul Unrow. That's awesome. I was resisting the want of one of those. The computer. Fancy pantsy. Ooh, got to do a video on it, Addison. Educate the rest of the class. That could be fun stuffs. That could be seriously fun stuffs. Or like scan and cut by brother. Oh, okay. All right, that's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, because Allison's Quilt Guild has a quilt show coming up, or it hasn't already happened, has it? Your quilt guild that you were doing, like a quilt show. I remember getting the invite, but unfortunately there was no way I get there. My students are wanting to make T-shirts with Brady Bunch and Partridge Family logos for their spring play. Oh, how amazing! Oh, next weekend. I knew it was close. I knew it was close to the end of the month. Yeah, that's awesome. You're gonna have to share a whole bunch of pictures with that, Allison. I hope you do. Well, maybe a little short video or something. That would be so fantastic to share. We can direct people there. Love sharing everybody's art. I mean, whatever you're allowed to film. So, hello, Laura. Happy Saturday. What's everybody doing? We got like 175 of us hanging out here today. What's going on? We are in for a poop load of snow. Not as much as Newfoundland, thank goodness. So, any of our Newfoundlander fans, we're sending, shoveling thoughts your way, and hopefully you're not buried in. That's for sure. Trim that just a little bit more. Bat mats. Can you show the pattern? I can totally, Winona. I'll show it to the iron camera so you can see it. And it is a free pattern by Moda. And if you go !P Moon, you get a link to the pattern. There you go. Okay, you can check it out. And I'm using some of my Christmas stash. That's what I'm busting. I'm busting my Christmas stash. Because I thought before I put it away, it would be a nice idea to try and get one quilt out of it before I end up putting the stuff away. So, way to go, Laurelyn. Get your stuff together. Yeah, so, and it's free. It's from 2002 from Moda. All you have to do is !P and it gives you the link to the pattern. You don't have to buy anything and you shop your own stash. Indeed, indeed. I'm trying to leave town, but the weather is not allowing it. Windy today, so I don't want to catch the ferry. It has been crazy here, very much. I will actually aim the camera towards the tree so you can see it while I take a quick little potty break. Okay, hold on. Come with me as we go past the front window. Hold on. How can I zoom in, honey? Oh, is there? Oh. Where'd you get that from? Your one? That's... All right, back in a moment. Whenever you're ready. All right, should be good to go. Okay. So yeah, there's the pattern. It's a 9-inch block, and they want you to make like 20 of them. Okay. Hold on, the pixels are really crappy on this. 144, really? Or at least 1080p. Come on, people. There we go. All right. So before I continue, does anybody have any questions on this? 175 of us, if not, I don't know, because my counter was weird last week. It stopped. I put the picture of the first one on the quilt. Wonderful, Lois. Thank you, thank you. www.wesewit.com. Join us there. Hello, Barbara. Watching. So, back on the live video. She asked what other YouTuber channels you watch. I put a Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. And then you have your live stream of one. Why, thank you so much for sharing, Barbara. Oh, yes, Deanne, I actually saw that when I went back, because I shared the links with the principal, with the school, so she could put it in the newsletter for the kids to take home for the weekend, so the parents understood why they were coloring this white piece of fabric. So she shared a few links, and they did say there was a few hubs in the United States I could mail to instead, as well as I think there's 1 or 2 in Canada that we could mail to, and then they do a mass mail across. So we did ask for help from our local fabric land with the flannel for the inside, because the outside fabric was not flannel. It was just more for the kids to decorate and participate in helping. They wanted to help, so let's well, you know, some of them wanted to help, so it was kind of like encourage it that way. Encourage kids to sew and think about other things besides themselves, you know, which is hard sometimes for children. And so there is a few hubs in Canada as well as the US. So yes, they're all over the place. So I'm very excited to get their artwork back and put them all together. Pop said he might help me next weekend on the live stream, though. You may see him right beside me here and me over here. And he'll be sewing the Joey bags together. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how his week goes. He's going to be away, and he's got a lot of poop to do. So we'll see. Just a maybe. Will be a maybe on that point. Maybe we might get Munchkin to help if iron if Pop doesn't want to if he's too tired to sew. I know, it would be very nice. And everybody's partaking, right? It'd be fun, fun, fun. Okay. Yeah, exclamation. Did I say something wrong on the website? I'm sorry. Did I say CA and I meant COM? I apologize. Yeah, the Online Quilters Guild. Sorry if I made a mistake. I get excited sometimes. Please forgive me. You went and downloaded the pattern. Awesome. Very nice. I kind of want to finish all the squares first before I start putting more of the blocks together. So let's just putter away at that. Let's use some of our cardinal fabric, though. Let's try and use up some of that so you can see that. Use some of the cardinals. Sorry, honey? I'm a mo. A few. It wasn't really counting. These are all extra, so it's really what's in the bucket. So that's not much, and not even those, because those were cut extra. So there, it's this and that. Not even these. Yeah, oh, of course. I mean, we're brain farted people. Your keyboard's acting weird? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good, Hallie. How's your new dishwasher working out? Just give a thumbs up if it's good, if you're having trouble. They were asking for bat bags also for, oh, really? Because I heard that they were done with, they didn't need any more with the bats with the pillows, because I thought about making those instead of the Joey bags. It's kind of hard to tell if you're not there, and you don't always, you know, the lovely people who do live there are, you know, are pretty much fighting for their own lives, so you don't want to bother them, right? Love it? Yeah. Wonderful. All right, so some beautiful little cardinal fabric. Yeah, no kidding. Especially when we've had to wash dishes forever. Oh, yeah. We spent like a couple years like that, and I was so happy for a dishwasher. Exactly. So it's a cutter you're getting. I'm very excited to see what this is, Miss Allison. Share with the rest of the class. Well, yeah, there was a few that they said they didn't need anymore. And the koala mitts was one of them. The bat wraps was another one. Or the bat with the pillows, I think, was another one. So anyways, okay, like I said, I was a little disappointed with my local Fabric Land because Melanie, the other mom who was working on this, because one of her children go to Rossar, her younger daughter, her youngest daughter, and Fabric Land said to her when she called yesterday was that apparently Australia's been overloaded with donations and they don't need anything. And I thought to myself, listen, lady, that's not really the whole point. We weren't asking for meters and meters. We were just checking to see if anybody locally would be happy to help separate with some of the 100% flannel or, sorry, flannel or 100% cotton. Same pretty much dealio, whether it's flannel or not, sorry. Apologize. And then by the end of the conversation, there was no gifting of fabric from them to us. Like and Mel and I said, even mention my name, like they know me there. I'm always there for zippers and thread and blah, blah, blah. And, stuff I may not have in the quilt shop, I'll go pick up there. That's always my first place to go. But she didn't get a warm reception, and I was a little disappointed. So and she put a shout out when we did the lesson at the school to Instagram to anybody whom had any stuff to donate was to drop it off here at the house at the quilt shop. Well, for one, I'm normally home during the day, or someone does, usually is. If I'm not here, sometimes Pop is. Sorry. And a lovely little lady popped by the last name of McGivens yesterday, and she was the cutest little lady with the purplest hair, and she was just so adorable with her little, I swear it was Scottish accent. Yeah, it depends, And she dropped off a huge bag of flannel and then after I said to her, Miss McGivens has stopped by, dropped this up. She goes, well, I didn't get a good reception from Fabricland. I said, you know what? Pretty much, whatever. We don't need them. We got this between what I have here at the stash at the quilt shop, as well as what Miss McGivens just dropped off. We're good. We don't need anybody else's help. We got this. My son is my dishwasher. Actually, if you cook, you don't wash. I wash when he cooks. Oh, there we go. That's a nice arrangement, Betty. I don't trust my son's washing. Ask Pop. I'm very persnickety about the washing of the dishes and the pots and pans. It has to be right. And yes, they do, Deanne. They do. For those that play games, Humble Bumble is doing a sale with all proceeds going to Fire Relief 2. Check them out here if you are interested at www.humblebundle.com/subscription. So wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that, Pop. I'm sure there's lots of kids or grandkids that play games in this channel, so please share it with them. You never know how you can help. So, exactly. Hello, Tiffany. How you feeling? That was a beautiful diamond quilt you were making the other day. Was it hidden diamond? Diamond? It was pretty. I'm just saying. I watched it. It was very nice. Sounds like my hubby's washing. I have to rewash the pants. I don't know what happened, Anne. I'm just like, you know what? Just leave them to me. It's kind of like you set the task before them and they don't do it right and you get frustrated, so you end up doing it yourself. You know what? As they say, better just to do it yourself from the get-go. So that I do. I was blasting my radio and long arming in the garage. Didn't see this come on. Oh, that's okay. No big deal. You got stuff. My friend in Australia, she has a business channel on YouTube. Oh, shoot. I missed that. I'm sorry. Hopefully Pop can help you if you were asking a question to help share or something, okay? I missed it. I apologize. It goes by sometimes too fast for me to catch. I started quilting in 2019. I don't have many scraps, but I am sure I will collect things along the way. Oh boy, do you ever, girl. Actually, I'm looking forward to I hope you do, because it's a lovely stash to have. You know, I get people who ask me to do projects all the time, and then I could just pull from my stash and go from there. You know, send them pictures of the fabrics. If they don't like it, then I go shopping, you know, and I'm fine with shopping. Hello, Pam. I made it finally to watch today. I could not remember my YouTube password. I hear you. That was cold yesterday morning. I hope you were bundled up with your leg warmers on. My goodness. At least I had my big, like, overall pants sort of thing to work with, but geez. Sewed 4 Scrappy strip squares in red, and the box is still full. Oh, yeah, I know. They multiply hanging out together, I tell you, Uta. They really do. Squirrel, shopping. It's like, oh, look, shinies. My preciouses. They will, Kathleen. No worries. I'll just get it afterwards. That's all. Pop usually highlights the most important things and sticks them off to the side. So. Precious. What do you call? Oh, well, that's a good question, Tina. I consider scraps things I have left over from projects or quilt kits. Because I'll try and put the stuff into a bag, like the prism quilt that Suzanne Shelton got. That's all in one bag. The Scrappy from the first Weave It Bee at the beginning of the year that I did for James and Amanda, that's in a bag. Like that, to me, I consider those sorts of scraps. Am I, Tiffany, or is this every day? Oh, what? Help me, I'm going to Joanne's. Oh, for patterns. Keep me from the fabric. Nope, nope, nope. Go, go. The fabric will talk to you, girl. Just let it talk to you. Let it talk. Tickety tock. Got $300 worth of fabric for free. Best day ever. Yeah. Celebrate. Boogie woogie. Boogie woogie. Get your groove on. I love it. Bum, bum. Dun, dun. Yeah, a lot of the kids were really happy to help, that's for sure. And they had great questions. I just didn't have all the answers, and I wish I did. And just to see the excitement, and a lot of posts to my Facebook post was like, you know, my little tiny human is pumped, or you know, my kid is so excited they're looking forward to the whole decorating this whole weekend, you know. So it all helps keep the encouragement and love. So no kidding. All right, we want to do the other side of those first. Before we press. We don't have Joann's either. No, I'm sure there's all sorts of different types of ones, though. Different types of fabric stores. I feel so proud of myself when I just go in and get the zippers I need. And that's it. And I come out with just the zippers I need to do the jackets or something. You're going to share some of the fabric with me? Woot! Merry Christmas to me. Merry Christmas to me. Dane's going to share her fabric. Merry Christmas to me. Thank you, Nadine. Hello, I see blowing snow instead of pop. It is blowing snow. It is falling and blowing and shifting and all over the place. We are in for 25 centimeters today before nightfall, and then a few overnight. And then they said something about possibly freezing rain on top of that. How exciting. I'm so excited. I get super distracted by this. I mean, you and I both, the remnants bin. I do too. But though I find the remnants bin at Len's Mills is cheaper than the remnants bin at Fabricland. It's like Len's Mills just wants to get it the heck out of here, sell it for the cheap, get it gone. And Fabricland is like, I just got to hold on for just like $5 more. But, you know, it is what it is. So I usually have a tendency to go a little woohoo crazy when I get to a chance to get to Len's Mills. But I haven't been to Len's Mills since just before Halloween when Pop and I did our Halloween shopping fabric. I haven't been there since. So. Ba-ba-da. They have really good remnants, Pauline. I have to say, far better than you would find anywhere else. They just, like I said, they just want to get it gone. They're done. They're done with like 99 cents to $2, and still Fabricland's trying to hold on for 5 to 7. It's like whatever. Yeah, poor Calgary, or parts of Alberta and parts of Manitoba have been into such the negative freezing zones. I feel so bad for them. Both my sisters are freezing, and my mom and my nieces. I think one of my nieces is still out in BC. She's taking on her nursing degree, or nursing stuff. Temps around 75. Windy here. I'll send you some snow. I'll send you some minus negative. You Floridians wouldn't know what to do with yourselves. Here, let's toss negative 26 your way. See what happens. Exclamation P moon. No, thanks. I didn't think so. I didn't think you'd be welcoming that freely. Exclamation P moon if you would like a link to a copy of this free scrap busting pattern. And you could do it in whatever colors you like. It just says lights and darks. You could do it blacks and whites and grays, reds and blues and greens. I'm kind of mixing a bit of my Christmas fabric stash in here. So I thought it's one Christmas gift that I'm going to get off the list for this year. Not next year, this year. Thank you, Pop. Cutting scraps 4 inches, 2.5, and 2 inches squares. That is a great combination, Uta. I've done that as well. I've got Grace helped me last year when I was on for March break, and she came up with her little puppy Loki for a couple of days and helped me cut fabric, and we worked on one of her projects, and it was a really good time. And she helped me just bulk cut some of my stash that I just didn't know what to do with. I'm like, just had little knickknacks pieces. Sometimes pieces just like this by this. Well, what do you do with that? Well, you get a couple of 2 inches, and you get a couple of 4 inches, and you get a couple of, whatevers, and then that's it, right? And you move on. Just do your stacks, put it in the bucket, and away you go. So yeah, it was good fun. I need more time. I need like 2 weeks to, I think, sort everything out. So, and I never seem to find the time in the summertime. Do I send to Moda? What are you talking about, Kathleen? Hello, Claudette. Happy you're here. Hello. How is Anaheim, California today? I'll trade you sunny weather or snowy weather for sunny weather. I use for cum piecing, making one's own fabric. There you go. That's a good idea, Deanne. Making one's own fabric. That's a tip from Robin, I'm sure. I plan on using one of her very useful tips this year on busting the scraps. Okay. Okay, sorry. Thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate it. Appreciate filling me on the 411. Robin is an amazing scrap buster. Laura, I love spending time with y'all. We'll watch while I clean, organize, or get what organize, or will never get my sewing room done. I hear you. My label maker is going to catch on fire. Yeah. Oh, it's regarded. I hear you, girlfriend. Label. That's a good idea. I never thought about labeling stuff. Ooh, you smart girl. I didn't think about labeling stuff. That would help. Pardon? I don't label it. Exactly, Pop. I don't label nothing. I don't even label me. Nobody needs to see that kind of label. It says nothing but trouble. Pop would agree. Yeah, so those all that are just popping in and are just hanging out and missed a little bit of the beginning, I'm going to do a cross-stitch live stream, our first one, which will be on January 31st, about noon my time Eastern, so 12 noon Eastern, and on the 31st, because that's a PA day. And then it gives me time to get like things organized, a little prepped, and you'll probably just see the one camera, like this sort of thing, over my shoulder as I work on it. But we're gonna start a project that one of my sister Elizabeth, actually, where did it go? What did I do with it? Oh, I put it over here. Oh, I did. I was like, wait a second, brain farting. I'll still show the sew camera though. My sister Elizabeth sent me, probably about 3 years ago, I think, and it says sister. And it's quite pretty. So I have it on a little clipboard. I got my paper here. I got my thread, and I've got my little hoop, and I'm ready to rock and roll. So I'll be happy to tackle on that day. Just plug away. We may get the whole thing done. We may not get the whole thing done. We'll see how we do. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, the 31st. I know. I thought that would be great. You know, sew sisters, stitch sisters. It kind of brings us all together. We're all sisters, you know, brothers and sisters of the love of fabric. So I thought that would be kind of nice to start off. And then I'll do, I'll probably start the second half, because that'll bring me back into how to cross stitch. I mean, it's been a while, but you know, I'm not a novice. It just takes a little bit of time to get back into the swing of things. And then I'll probably work on the second half of the fairy tale poem. You're just like, oh, awesome, Renee. It'll be good fun. It'll be good fun. It really would. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of free patterns out there. So, and all you have to do is hit one craft store, and I'm sure you can find a few hundred more. For sure. All right, so is that all I have? I need to press these, I think, because they got two sides on right now. Okay, so let's do that. Let's break them apart, and we will press them and add our other two sides of our cardinals. I'm making lunch for tiny humans. Apparently, I'm supposed to feed them. What? Yeah, I think that's a kind of a stamp regulation on them, aren't they? Every 4 hours or something, or they turn into little demons. Must have food. I haven't cross-stitched in so long. I have a dragon that I purchased the pattern to make for my daughter on her 30th birthday. She's 39 now. You can do it, Melanie. You can do it. It took me like 4 years to finish, or 9 years to finish off Pop's dragon that I started for him, so it was a while. I spent all my money on the long arm instead of insulating my garage. I have to wait to afford that, or the kids need to grow, and I can bring in his. Yeah, true, right? It's a matter of balance. It's a matter of balance. All right, let's press these guys. All right. So there's exactly what we're working on. Oh, you have, Allison? I didn't even notice that. I started to miss it. And Pop was asking me questions about, like, did you want to start anything new in the new year? Did you want to incorporate something different? Did you want to do this? And I'm like, you know what? I like to start cross stitching. I could have picked stitching. I could have picked, picked just needlework or knitting or crocheting or something. But I like cross stitching, and I think I'd like to make my nieces, especially the ones that are now starting to get, hooked up and married and stuff, and make them some nice cross-stitch stockings for Christmas. Nice little cross-stitch Santa Claus or reindeers or snowmans or even just their names and fancy text or something. I think that would be lovely. I've done wedding invites forever. Whenever somebody would get married, I would make my own little creation, sometimes for the outside, taking inspiration from their wedding invite, whether they had swirls or dots or whatever sort of pattern, and I would copy sort of that and put it on the stitch it out free motion, just do my own design, and lots of people were loved it, so. Yeah, this is a free pattern, !P Moon, if you would like to partake in this adventure of scrappiness, our first one for 2020. The second one's going to be busting my half square triangle bucket. I have lots of different sizes of half square triangles, from doing binding together to borders together to putting projects together, and it becomes that little bit off the offside when you do a fold and flip. So I have lots of sizes. I'm going to make myself a unique bag, and hopefully be like big enough to be able to, take for groceries and stuff like that. So, because we need a couple more. We need every vehicle to have like a couple of bags to be able to grab groceries, because I don't like plastic. I'm not paying for plastic. I have enough fabric to make some awesome bags. By golly and darn it, I'm making them. I think it'd be nice to have some unique ones. And you can insulate them and thinsulate them and whatever if you need to make it so it's a hot or a cold. You have the power within you and your capabilities of a stash, and what you need to put in to be able to do that for sure. Where my mic is? Oh, where? Did you say something? I misplaced it. Between Monday taking it off from doing the Long Arm Wednesday video, I've lost a microphone. I don't know where the heck it is. So I stole Pops. Where is it, Sassalette? I've looked all over. I've torn this place apart. I made quite a mess yesterday. Like, for Pete's sakes, where did it go? I love having a fabric shopping bag in my backpack for quick shopping tips. Have a fabric shop. I'm lost there, Laura. Robin, I'm sorry. I love having a Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's just the way I read it. I apologize. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Pardon? Just be better? Don't be sorry. Just be better. Bag. Okay. Sorry. I was like trying to fill in the blank there. And then what I love is when you start shoving your groceries into some bag and people go, "Hey, did you make that?" And I'm like, "Yes, I did. Here's my card. I can make you one too. You can be as cool as me." I figured it was just me, Robin. It's okay. It's okay. I read words wrong all the time. What's your pants pocket? No, it's not. And I really have no idea where I put it. And between trying to do film the weekend project, and it'd only been like a day and a half, 2 days at the most, but I have no clue where it is. I'm, you know, I've tried. I got nothing. I looked this morning, looked yesterday, into possible places I might have stuck it, you know, because there's not like a lot around here, right? So I'm hoping it didn't end up in the garbage somehow, and I don't know how it would have, but it would have, and it would have went out on Thursday. We're having shepherd's pie for dinner, or, hold on, a shepherd's pie, not shepherd's pie. Hunter's pie? The one with the ground beef, not the lamb. Farmer's pie? I don't know. We had a discussion about this last year sometime. But what was a shepherd's pie and what was not a shepherd's pie. But we're having the ground beef and the taters. You know what, Robin? I have no idea. I don't remember. Like, I remember having it in my hand and wrapping the cord around it after I finished the video. But after that, I'm drawing a blank. I actually kind of had a high stress week for one. On that Monday, I was doing a presentation to my guild mates, and it was, you know, going to be like, you know, 40 people. And you're talking to a tripod is a whole lot easier than talking to 40 people. So, and then I also knew that I was going to be doing a presentation for 60 kids on the Thursday. So it was a very high stress week. So I really don't know what happened in a few days between a few things, because when you're that high stress and the anxiety is like skyrocketed, you're like, what? Let's put this here and put it in a safe place, and then forget what the heck you put it. So, you know. Yeah, I knew. What was the other one? Is it Hunter's Pie, Sonia? 60 kids, I know, and they had some awesome questions, Allison, and I wish I could have answered all of them, but I did not. Quite a few of them seemed interested in the sewing machine, so I'm hoping to be able to maybe come back with another project. Maybe once I get some of all their covers done, I can pop back into each classroom and maybe do just like one person's quick or two people's quick bag sort of thing, so they can see how it was going to turn out. Just to kind of set home the you know what I mean, I guess. Set home the whole need for looking beyond oneself and helping others, as well as using what you have on hand. So a lot of people knew what a sewing machine was. A lot of the kids knew what a sewing machine was, and that some of them say their grandma or they had one at home. So depend on who used it, I guess. So cottage pie. Oh, okay, there we go. Cottage pie. Hunter's pie. For some reason, Hunter's pie came to mind. Thank you. That's exactly it. So we're having cottage pie, and we'll be having some peas and some corn and some carrots. Maybe, I don't think we got any carrots, and some onions and some mushrooms, all within the meaty sauce. And then we'll slap some mashed potatoes on top and put it in the oven and make it all good and yummy. That's what people do. Barbecue beef. Oh, I love beef ribs. Beef ribs are my favorite. I love beef ribs. I'll take beef ribs over pork ribs any day. Any day of the week. That's pretty much what you do. Yeah, it tastes really good. I mean, and it's good. You know, just a little bit of a tomato base, like a tomato paste sauce, because I obviously can't use a lot of tomato pre-mixed tomato sauces, because of a lot of people have a base. Bell pepper. Hi, Daddy. Oh, you just woke up. I can see your sleepy face. Come say hi to Mama. The peoples would love to see you. Come here, so I can get a chance to actually grab you. Come on. You gonna come up on the little lap? Come here. Don't love my foot. My foot doesn't want to love you back. Come here. Come here, little man. Come here, little fur ball buddy. There we go. I know, I prefer beef. I do like pork ribs, though, but they got to be done right. Like, really, my mom is the only one who does the ribs right for me. I've come close a couple of times, but not the way she does it. I don't know what she does. She's got some magic juju. Mary has magic juju. Mom's mom. There we go. Oh, Nemo says hi. Uh-oh. There we go. There we go. We good now? Okay, sorry about that. Nemo says hi. He is downstairs, Gita. I don't know what he's doing. Kind of like his own free time. He ran to the store this morning to get us some stuff just to make sure that we were going to be okay with the next couple of days. So, yeah, it is snowing outside like crazy. Chicken tortilla soup cooking in the crock pot. Come from Texas, Florida, where I can find is pork ribs. Yeah, I love beef. I love beef ribs. I'm sure Omni says hi too. Becky says hi. Laundry and artwork. Yeah, yes, he's working on laundry. Actually, he's the fabric that Mrs. McGivens dropped off the yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. He's got to wash because it's not washed, and I want it pre-washed flannelette before we start making the insides of these bags. So he's got all that to do. He's got about 2 loads of flannelette to wash. So mine's all washed. So the fabric that I have has already been pre-washed, so I could just start cutting that up. Or give it to Mel to cut up, because she's more than willing to cut it up. I just have to sew it all together. Honey garlic ribs. Yummy. We're sauce from ear to ear. That's when you know it's good. Snowing in PA also. Is it, Anna? Really? Yeah, we got lots here. I'm not sure how clear you can see it on the Pops camera there, but it is definitely snowing here. No, I don't think so. I think we're good, Nadine, honest. That's why I said we didn't need whatever Fabricland was going to donate, because Miss McGivens was very generous, and I have lots here too that's been given to me as well. Even Kaylin from Kaylin Art Studios, she sent me a bunch of flannel to use, and I was happy to make the Joey bags and make more Joey bags out of it for sure. So, walk to my dad's. Oh no. Be okay, Pam. You'll be all right. Okay. Are you good, Mr. Magoo? I got some more work to do. It's not cuddle time. Okay. Hey. Your neighbor makes the best pork ribs. My only exception. Yeah, exactly. I like beef. Beef's my favorite. I'm not saying I don't like pork. I don't know. I like what I like. You're knitting socks now. I plan to knit socks one day. Hopefully I can master that. Uh-oh, pull my thread out. What time is it? Oh, 2, okay. Yeah, sometimes he is. Sometimes he's just all claws and no love. Did I get that? No, I didn't. Well, let's trim that up. Where is... Poor Newfoundland got buried, though. That's a sad thing. They had it all the way up their doors. Declared a provincial emergency. All right, listen. Threaded just fine. There we go. Don't need my old lady glasses. Don't tell me I need my old lady glasses. I'll tell you if I need my old lady glasses. Hey, let's go. Scoot. Don't sit on the pedal. How am I supposed to work if you're sitting on the pedal? Hello, Rhonda. Happy you're here. Yeah, he doesn't want to move. That's the thing, right, Deanne? He wants to stay right where the heck he is, because he is comfortable. The mama is petting and loving him. He's a happy camper. All right, let's get those. Yeah, help is really a relative term when it comes to Clive. Help, maybe not so much. Hinder, for sure. No problem at all. He's a hinderer. Hello, Shannon. Welcome, you're here. Welcome. I did a pinch now. It's rain. Oh, okay. Oh, it did snow. Okay. Yeah, no, it's been snowing since, I don't know, just before 9 this morning. So it wasn't really heavy at first. It was just kind of blowing around, but you knew it was going to get much heavier for sure because it did say heavy snow. Do, 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 do. Yes, thank you for subscribing to the channel. We greatly appreciate it here. If you'd like to know a copy or get a copy of this free pattern, it is from 2002 from Moda, exclamation P, Moon, the letter P, and then MOON, and it will give you a free link or a link to a free pattern. That's pretty much what I was trying to say. Not a free link to a free pattern, just a link to a free pattern. And we plan on trying to, as much as we can, share free patterns with everybody. But there's a couple times throughout this year we're not going to be able to share a free pattern, but we will be able to link you to the pattern we're going to be able to use, and you can decide whether you want to purchase it or not. One of our local crafters, So Fresh Quilts, she has a koala pattern, and she's donating half the proceeds to Australia's wildlife. So I thought that was pretty fantastic. So Fresh Quilts, if you want to check her out. I think she's got a koala and a kangaroo, but I think it's right now is the koala one is on sale, and then half the proceeds go to the wildlife. So I thought that was amazing of her. So way to go, So Fresh Quilts. So I'm going to try my best to be able to do Pop's Block of the Month for Weekend Project come Friday to get that started so we can get started on that beautiful landscape project that he has and start making it come to life. I'm very, very, very excited by this. Do, 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 do. Exactly. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the crazy zone. What you gotta share? What you drinking in your cup? What's having for dinner tonight? What's going on? And nobody fight. Please. We don't want no fights. All right, we ran out of the cardinals. Now we have to use up the rest of our little birdie birds, the other cardinal fabric to finish up the other side. Definitely a scrappy adventure. I had ribs with potatoes. I said, we have cottage pie. I have to remember it's cottage pie. Cottage pie. Yeah, because we got corn and we got peas. And I think we're actually out of carrots. But I think the corn and peas will be fine. And we got some onions. That'll be all right. The only saying one here. Said with the twitch. Stir fry leftovers. Oh, that sounds delicious. What do you put in your stir fry, Robin? What's in your stir fry? Or was it a bought stir fry? Yeah, we did lose a power for about 6 hours last weekend, but it was in the morning, so it was okay. It wasn't too bad. We could not get the pellet stove to start for some particular reason. It seemed like an issue with the auger feeding the pellets, and unfortunately, we did not get anybody to check it out this week while we were very busy, unfortunately. So. And of course, when you call somebody to check in on something, it costs money. So, use some of this California sunshine for some of you. I'll take it. Switch right now. Let's do it, Kathy. Done. I wish. I'll take some sunshine for snow. It just keeps falling. It just keeps falling. Out the window, it keeps falling on the ground. The only home cooked at my house, allergies, chicken, brown rice, broccoli, stir fry. Very nice. Oh, that sounds lovely. That sounds very lovely. Yum, yum, yum. I know you have allergies. I wasn't sure if you found some place, because sometimes you can find a local place that knows you, or they get to know you, and they will make your stuff special. We had that when we lived in Calgary for a little while, whenever we go for Chinese food. So, because they would sometimes fry stuff in peanut oil, and they knew I couldn't have peanut oil, so they do a little vegetable oil off to the side. But we'd let them know they were going to be there that night, so they could have it heated to fry the shrimp, or the torpedo shrimp, or the chicken balls and stuff like that. All had to be fried in vegetable oil, not peanut oil. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. 2002 Moda P Moon, or just exclamation P Moon gets you to that pattern for sure. Yes, and it is free, and it was donated to the Online Quilters Guild at www.wesewit.com by Miss Pauline. That was one of her suggestions to do this year for our Scrappy Adventure. So we thought that was a great start to the year. So thank you again, Miss Pauline, for your suggestion. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum-bum. Severe milk cross-contamination issues. I can have burgers and fries where Robbie works. He'll make sure they don't. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's my mom. I get you if you take out my mom. I hear you. At least you know they care. Yeah, it's, and I can't have anything contaminated with nuts or. It's pattern, or it's a pain in the butt, really. It's definitely a pattern pain in the butt. do. Oh, got the plows backing up. Trying to clean up the roads. Let's get these guys all apart. And we can pretty much press, I think, all of them. These ones here. So get them trimmed. Everything turns into bacon, beef, and other meats. Exactly. It's all about the fit. Oh, please do, Pauline. Please do. It's great for the rest of the class, too, to be able to have something to go towards, right? So, thank you, Miss Pauline. Greatly appreciate your help. Someone say bacon? Yeah, exactly. Meat candy? Bacon. Hello, Lynette. Happy you're here. Haven't seen you in a while. What you been up to? Hopefully you haven't been dodging the flames. Yeah, no, I forgot Munchkin was on a mission to get all that donated flannelette washed and ready for cutting for the kangaroo bags, the Joey bags. So, yes, that's right. I forgot about that task I set before him this morning. Please, 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 catch up on stuff. And plus, Pop's stuff, it all has to get washed so he can, fly out first thing Monday. So, him's off to Calgary. Minus 40 below, Calgary. Put a heater pack in your junk drawer, Calgary. What's going on here? Whoa. Something is not working right. What's happening? Alright, so that came out. Let's just reset the whole thing. Better safe than sorry. Okay. Yeah, so set your calendars if you want to come stitch along with me or hang out with me for a couple hours while I work on my first cross stitch project for 2020. That'll be on the 31st of January. It is a Friday and it is a PA day. I thought we'd try make them we'll do the cross stitching days on the PA days. So I'll try and let you know as soon as possible. So I just found out the other day it was one on the 31st. All right, now we get to pretty much press these guys. Well, we got them almost all done. Got another stack layer left to do, but we could probably put some blocks together. Oop. Pop's got something going on there I don't know about. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's good to know. That's good to know. Let's get these here. Okay, let's put that off to the side and let's press all these guys open. Not much left. Just have this stack and that stack to do, and that's pretty good. All right. Let's try and get this so you can actually see what's going on here. There. Like that little cardinal fabric. It's got some little berries on it, and then we got some other little cardinal fabric. It's just mix and match. That's what this whole project is about. Oops, I missed one. Missed one. Lost an edge. Put it back over there. These look nice together. That little white on the outside or the cream with those two dark colors in the center forming that little four patch. I think any sort of contrast between the two, whether you had it light on the inside and dark on the outside, I still would think would be quite pretty. So. Do. That's a pretty stuff. You know, you can always try and, when you're doing with your scraps, because you need 5 of these 4 patches for one square, you can always try and make it so there are 5 similar ones for each square as you build out, and then that just kind of adds a different uniqueness to it. So, I mean, there's many options. There's many options to bust your scraps. You can take it as light and medium and darks and go along those tones. So, you know, you may look at your stash and go, well, I don't think I have like 400 squares of that. But you don't have to have just 400 squares of that. You have to have like 400 squares of dark fabric or dark blue or between dark blue and dark green or something like that. So it's not at all just about thinking of it as just one fabric. It's how many fabrics could you use to incorporate that would, you know, go along the same line as the, you know, what they're asking for in the pattern. That would still make it look beautiful. Oh, how did I get all those there? That was weird. Picked them all up. All right, now we got this big chunk done here. We'll save those for squaring up after off screen. And we'll try and put a couple of blocks together, okay? How's that? There we go. Perfect. Give me like, oops, this one needs to be pressed, and that one needs to come on the shoulder. Okay, all right, give me like 2 minutes. Sorry. Need a 2-minute break. Not even. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Innocent? I don't think so, Sassalette. I don't think so. I was just going to say, Beverly does live in Newfoundland. I was hoping she was not buried. She was not buried in the snow. Because they had quite a bit. I have 80 thumbs up on my side there, Geeta. That's interesting. Maybe you're just refresh your page. All right, so now all these get to be squared up to that size, which is 3.5 by 3.5. So, but we'll just pop those in there because I could do that off camera. And then we'll end up with more stash for our fluffy pile. Excuse me. Put those there. And let's build out a couple of blocks. She's buried. Her neighbor would dig her out. Oh, jeez. My goodness. Right, here's our example. We want to make sure the white ones are in. Okay. In. And then the corners, the blues were going up and down as the north and the south, right? Okay. And then we got the whites going in. And that's another black. See where we go. Very, very easy. I am working on the free pattern from Moda called Prairie Moon. And if you do exclamation P Moon, as Pop has just done, you will see a free pattern. And you got to do like 20 blocks of these. That's not bad. Busting our scraps, our Christmassy scraps, actually. So. It is very pretty. It is very and simple to come together, and busting your scraps big time, because these squares right here in the center are only 1.5 by 1.5. So you start off by putting your 4 patch together, and then these little outside pieces to square it up, and then you got half square triangles, and you can make yourself something pretty in no time at all. Heck, from run in, guess I have to replay when done this. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, you're running around doing all your chores. We'll put a little block together. I have 215 on my end, actually, for some reason. I don't know if it's true or not, but 215 I'll take. It's very nice. Please, thank you. Scrap busting, yes. Every other year has been my goal for scrap busting. So I did it for 18, and I'll be doing it for 20, and I'll do it for 22, and 24, and 26, 28, and 30, and maybe by that time, you never know. I'll be an old lady. Nobody wants to watch old ladies. Indeed. I think every year is a year for scrap busting. Depends on who you are. And of course you can flip those half square triangles any way you like. If you don't want them sitting that way, you have a different idea in your mind, go ahead. The instructions were a little bit confusing when you go to, I'm just kidding, Deanne. I don't know. I was just teasing. When you go to read the pattern, because it says for the A's and the B's for the darks, it says cut 2 squares at 3 7/8, cut diagonally to yield 4 triangles. You will need 40 squares, 160 triangles. So I did cut, I think, 160 fabrics. And so that gave me twice the amount of triangles that I needed for the green and the cream, or green and the white that I'm currently using. So I have enough to build out a border on the outside. Okay, there's our top. Here's our middle. And there's our bottom. Very nice. Isn't that pretty? I like that. That looks really nice under that camera. Very nice. All right, flip these here. And then these are kind of where you want to take into consideration where the seams are and line them up the best you can, because then that kind of gives a really nice visual block and keeps your block nice and square. So you can always put your pin right at the seam allowance first, or sorry, where the seams meet first. Sorry, was what I meant to say. Apologize. And then just come line that up here and line that up there, and then sew on down like a happy little sewer. Except for the green. I swear I'm going to bust all my green scraps. I'm going to make you a quilt, Cecil. You're going to learn to love green. I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that to you. That'd be torture. That's not very nice. That's not a nice friend. What is your favorite color, though, Sassalet? If you don't, if green's your least favorite, what is your favorite? What's actually everybody's favorite color to work with? I'm more inclined to work with whites and grays and blacks because I like the neutralness of them and how they can blend with other colors. I'm not necessarily a color person. I'm more of the blacks and grays and whites. Purple, royal blue, green, oh, red, very nice, rose, purple, black and turquoise are gorgeous together. I totally agree, Cleo, or Chloe. Is it Cleo? Chloe? Which one is it? I always forget. Every color. Blues, purple. Everything purple, blues makes my heart beat special. Oh, that's nice. Pinks, greens, red, pinks and blue. Cool. Chloe? Is that because there's a girl that goes to the school, and I swear it's spelt Chloe, but they call her Cleo. So that's why I get so confused. What are we voting for? How much trouble I'm going to be in. No, it's usually 100%, but we're hoping for less than that this time. I'm kidding. Love blues, but have been using more purples lately. Greens and blues, yellow and oranges. I like the mix of colors. There we go. It just needs a little press. Not a fan of orange. It has to be in a mix of other colors that make that orange, you know what I mean, that really make it out. So that's one. That's pretty. It is lovely, isn't it, Anne? I like it. Let's make another. Ding dong, another. Let's make another mess. Rose and purple. I think all colors. It just depends on the. Yeah. I think that's why I like using the blacks and whites and grays, because you can always grab a tone and play with it after that, right? I do love red. Reminds me of my mom. So extra special with. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. My mom was a big green fan. She loved green. So I think that's why, in a way, I love green, too. Starting another project again with purples. It has to be, says Teresa. It has to be purples. Pink, but most favorite is green. Oh, very nice. I got a few. I like blues and greens and I like browns. I know it's weird. It's weird. And when I was young, because I have brown eyes, big brown eyes, actually, as Pop would say. And I always thought that people who had the color eyes, I know it's so weird, but when you're young, your mind just goes weird. I thought people who had blue eyes saw things that I saw as brown as blue. So, you know what I mean? It was really weird because I had brown eyes. So I thought I saw certain things as brown, and they saw them as blue. Like dirt would have been blue to them. To a hazel-eyed person, the dirt would have been hazel-colored, you know, that sort of thing. I know it was really weird, but, you know, when you're young. And Pop has, like, green, gray, blue eyes. They're a mix, depending on his mood. I just have, you know, poop brown, so it's nothing exciting. Oh, my puppy's sleeping. I can hear her snoring. She's laying on her bed this time, though, which is good, because normally the cat claims it. And she'll let him, and she'll just go lay in her chair. I don't know why I thought that, Helly. I thought as a kid, because of the color of your eye, that's how you saw things, right? Like, this wood cabinet here is brown because my eyes are brown. It would be blue or green or purple, depending on your eye color. Obviously, like purple, but, you know, to you. I was a kid. Come on. It was weird. I didn't know how the real world works. Now I do. I haven't seen any round templates at all. Clover just put out there. Oh, really? No. I really don't get out much. Newsflash. I have no idea, Allison. That would have been just a cluster. It would have been a mix of, like, you know, Tibets. I don't think I've ever met anybody who had two different colored eyes. I've met a dog that had two different colored eyes, but not a person. All right, there's another one we're going to put together. Do you actually have two different colored eyes? You and David, yes, David Bowie, yes, for sure. I remember seeing that on his, actually, one of his album covers. I remember pointing that out to my mom. I go, he's got two different colored eyes. Really? I had no idea. So that's what's crazy about you. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I get it. You're not crazy. A brown and green? Wow, very nice. Very neat. I just had poop brown. I'm nothing exciting, I assure you. Just poop brown. Nothing but plain. Fingers aren't working. My youngest son was born with brown and blue eye, and the blue eye turned light brown. Oh, very nice. So he's got a dark brown and a light brown? That's interesting. It's kind of weird what genes you pass on to your kids, right? My sister has two different colored eyes, one blue and one green. Very neat. Very neat. Yeah, I noticed Pop's changed color. Same with his sister. Both those of them have very, very light colored eyes, and they change color depending on their mood. So it's like, is this watch out mode? Because usually it's all the same with me. It's all brown. It's kind of like, should I duck and cover? There we go. There's another one. Yeah, it's a nice heads up to stay out of the way. No kidding. It's like, oh, the eyes are sparkling. I got stuff to do elsewhere. Bye. Laters. Oh, no, we need to, actually, we're putting the press ones over here. Okay, let's put that there. Dun, dun, dun. All right, let's get another one done. All right, up and down, 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 up and down. Oh my God, spelling. Oh, what did I miss? Kalady. I missed something? I'm going to use my Halloween quilt as a wall hanging. Do I put batting in? Yes, I would still put batting in between, and make sure you're putting a pocket rod too, so you can make it, if you want it as a wall hanging, you could actually cover your windows too if you wanted it to make it as like a curtain cover. If you don't want light showing in through one window, you can totally do that there. Yeah, make sure you put a pocket rod or the loops at the top. You can always take those off. You can always just pin them on too if you wanted to. Yeah, you could easily just put a couple of white layers of fabric if you wanted to kind of stand out like a stained glass. Robin from RS Island Crafts, yeah, she's in the channel. She did a beautiful one for one of her windows. There's a border pieces and stuff, and I loved it. I thought it looked amazing. It just really needed a couple of layers of fabric to finish it all up, and it was beautiful. How many blocks do you need in total? 20. 20, Linda. You need 20 blocks in total for this quilt project. And if you did it without the border, I was trying to straighten them all up. There we go, because they weren't all laying in the right direction. I want the blues to go north and south, and keep the reds east and west. What was I thinking? It gives you enough for 20 blocks, and if you didn't want to do the borders here, which is 2 inches wide, 2 inches wide, and 5.5, you get a 54 by 63 quilt if you don't want to do the borders. But I'm going to do a little bit of a border because I cut extra of these. I cut twice as many as what I needed, so I'm going to build that out as some trees around the outside. In the lower corner, oh, thank you. I got it. You guys are amazeballs. Amazing. I love yous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. She got it. She got it. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I want all the whites coming in because it kind of looks like a little bit like a snowball. You could totally flip the blocks the other direction if you wanted to. You may get a free pattern, but doesn't mean you have to follow rule by rule, letter by letter, everything else like that. The creativity and the freedom is yours. If you want to turn it so the green ones are into the center and you got something totally different, it's all up to you. You know, you do what you want to do. Don't let anybody else stop you. When they've tried you, pop them in the chops and keep going. Yes, I'm encouraging violence in the sewing room. Seam ripper, you're my best friend. I know, it's best when peeps got your back. I know, because it's like a group collaborative effort at this point in time, right? Because they don't know whether they're going to get it as a winning project at the end of the year. Or when we reach, 20,000 subscribers or 25,000 subscribers or something like that. We're over 15 now. It's very exciting. I know we're very specific niche group, so we're never going to hit the huge, big numbers. Oh, thank you, Pat. Thank you so much. If people were wondering what Pat was talking about there. Oh, here we go. From my guild meeting the other night, I picked up this block off the orphan table. And I had these sewing machines. And I couldn't quite figure out what I was going to do with it. And then I had a dream last night about doing many sewing machines, different styles and types and sizes and whatevers. They were just whoever had created a different style kind of sewing machine. So I'm going to make a quilt out of all the different types of sewing machines out there. There's pieced ones. Like I said, Heather had sent one for her world quilt in 2017, 2018. And it was a lovely paper pieced one. And it's been one of my favorites since I've seen it. And I like to do that one. And we're just going to build it. I know, isn't it cute? It was on the orphan blade. Somebody didn't want that. Could you believe it? Who's a little orphan? Needs a hug. Yeah, so we're gonna make it like the center of its own little project. I know, pretty cute, eh? Mm-hmm. So yes, that's what Miss Pat was talking about. So thank you, Pat. Love you. Thank you so much. And apparently there's a few people who have free little sewing patterns out there, whether paper piece or otherwise, it doesn't matter. I'm all up for paper piecing. I've learned a lot in the past couple years, so I'm not afraid of paper piecing anymore. I was, but I'm not. So it's all good. I was going to kind of see what it looked like with the greens towards the center, if that made any difference. Kind of looks like a little bit of like a bow tie-ish, maybe. I don't know. But we'll do the other one. The creativity and the freedom is your own, definitely, when it comes to this sort of stuff. Oh, I think it's too early for this class. Oh, what's going on? What class? It's all about the base. About the base. Oh, I don't know. Any more green fabrics out? You're funny, yeah. Too funny. Oh, man, you're adorable. Bring it on, Batman. Bring it on. I think it depends on the teacher. A beginning can free motion quilt, maybe watch a few videos to prepare for your next class so you feel more comfortable. Oh, that's great. Excellent advice there, Robin. Excellent advice. Watching a few others to and practice. Practice with just using a marker on some plastic or even just paper, just kind of getting the idea, because you have to move the fabric, right, for free motion this way. And when it comes to long arming, you're holding on to the handles and you're doing it this way. So it's I know it's muscle memory, but it's pretty much the same principle applies to both, you know, when you think about it, right? So if that helps anybody, I hope it does. I had someone at the guild meeting the other night try and tell me that free motion on the long arm is totally different than free motion on your domestic machine, and I did agree to a point, but the whole muscle memory is still the same. So, and it's a matter of practice and knowing where you're comfortable and where you want to start off and stop. So uh, 10-inch sandwich blocks for practice. Exactly, Pauline, sorry. You could do table runners. You could do placemats. I've made one of my very first free motion projects that I did was a placemat for the dog to put under her water dish and her food dish. So, and that was like, I don't know, 20 years ago when we adopted her. Obviously not Sophie. Her name is Zeba. We had a German Shepherd, Zeba. She was 2 years when we adopted her. 2.5. Two and a half. Was it Pop? I can't remember. She was already kind of settled in her way, but we changed her. She had a hard life, and let me tell you, we spoiled that dog rotten. She knew it too in the end. She was all like pampered. But that's good, because that's what we wanted. So, yeah, that was one of my first things I did for her. Was free motion quilt her a little placemat for her water dish and food dish. All ideas, yeah. If you know, you can always check out the webpage for ideas too. I did started a base for a French onion soup the other day. I was very excited by that. Shared that pictures, and I've got some of me organizing my threads for my cross stitch adventure. So just share free motion pothole. Exactly, Linda Hansen. Pot holders and everything. So there we go. There's another block. And we're gonna have so many in no time at all, for sure. If anybody has any questions about this, then 6 inches of snow, then just ask. We're here to help and answer. And you got like 230 people or 220 people who are very knowledgeable in fiber arts or crafts or something like that and can help you. So just ask the question. Love that idea. My guy needs one of those. Just rectangle could. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have to be fancy, honey, Kathleen. It really doesn't. They don't care. And you're having fun experimenting with something new. And, you know, and I don't know, I was, you know, we have placemats, so why shouldn't the animals? And I've always felt that way. Clive and Sophie always have placemats. That's one of the first things I make an animal when if we adopt somebody. It's like, all right, you need a place in the house, so here's your placemat. I know it's goofy, but it's who I am. My snow looks like that, but not windy. Oh, you can see it blowing in the wind. Yeah, it's actually not too bad. It's kind of coming just straight down, and we're supposed to get 25 centimeters. Thank goodness, not as much as Newfoundland. But as Robin was checking up on Beverly, her neighbors are going to dig her out. So thank goodness. 45 minutes above Albany. Oh, we've drove through Albany many times. Because that's how we got from Harleysville, Pennsylvania, up here to Grand Valley, Ontario. It was 8 hours from door to door, if there wasn't too much trouble at the border. It was, yeah, I know. Is that beautiful? Oh, no, go ahead. Share that for a few minutes, Pop. Go ahead. I'm fine with that. I'm sure they'll be fine watching the snow. I'm fine with you sharing our pretty weather. Yeah, actually the ice got pretty thick last week on the tree branches. And then the wind kind of picked up first thing on the Sunday morning. I literally had just was letting Sophie out the door. I'd turned on the back light to kind of light the area because it was still dark. And then the power went out. And it was out for about 6 hours, which wasn't too bad. And of course, from that point in time, the night before, actually after the live stream last Saturday, Munchkin, and Pop got the generator going. Well, Munchkin got the generator going, and then Pop and I fiddled and faddled and farted around and frustrated with the pellet stove for about an hour and a half before I called Pop over to figure out, what was I doing wrong? I couldn't remember the process, of how to, make sure the auger's on and the blower's on and this and that and the gel and the pellets and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's a bit much. Not much, but I mean, not really. But I tried to get it all done by myself, but I couldn't get the auger to turn or the fans to blow continuously. It'd come on for a couple of moments, not even minutes, just moments, and then shut right off. So I was like, okay, what am I doing wrong? I wanted to be able to do this by myself and say, hey, honey, I got it going. It's all tested and fantastic. Instead, I had to go, hey, I don't know what's going on here. Can you come help me take a look at the pellet stove so we can figure it out together, sort of thing, right? And he tried, and it wasn't working. And then we figured it was the auger system, so we have to get somebody to take a look at it. And if we can't figure out an issue for it, we'll have to replace the pellet stove that's there for a wood burning stove, because then we would have had no issues whatsoever trying to get it to run, because we didn't need electricity. We just needed, obviously, the wood to keep our heat. So, and we were a little concerned about freezing pipes at that point in time. And we realized the little space heater that we had, it's a oil-based space heater, would not have kept the basement or that area warm enough to not freeze the pipe. So we could have been just like poop out of luck, as they said. So yeah, exactly. Could have been much worse, as Pop just said right there. Could have been much worse where we were. I was worried. We were cuddled. Pop and I were cuddled together underneath the blanket on the couch. We had a couple of blankets on us. We didn't happen to grab the world quilt out on us. We didn't need that yet. Munchkin apparently woke up, realized he had no power, and just crawled back into bed and went to sleep. So he didn't really wake up until the power was just before coming back on, I think. So, it was an adventure, as always. Always an adventure. Sounds something. Oh, really? Crows in the auger of the fans? Stuck in hot, could be dust or something. We tried to clean it out for a ball, we did. So I think we need to get in there, do a little pick and clean, which I think we plan to do tomorrow when it's nice and bright and we can get in there behind there, no problem. And if that doesn't work, then we'll have to call somebody to look at it. We also need somebody to look at our gas fireplace that's in the basement. It needs to be stuff cleaned away from it, but for some reason, when you flick the switch, it doesn't turn on. So we don't know whether there's a short between the switch and the fireplace itself or what is going on, because that just itself, the gas fireplace, would help keep this house from freezing, even if we didn't have the pellet stove. So it would help keep the floors warm and the house and the pipes from bursting. Maybe a little bit chilly, but it's better than nothing as far as we're concerned. So that is definitely one we're going to have to check on as well. So gotta love it. It's always money out, not a lot money in. Thank you, Christina. Thank you so much. Big hugs. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. That's fantastic. Now, you don't have to put your points all the same way I am. Like I say, I'm doing my blues this way. You could do your reds. You can mix and match it. You could not even care which way you have it going out. You could have some sort of funky pattern in mind beforehand. I just kind of want the blues running north to south sort of thing for some reason. That's what I like. That's what I like. Do, 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 do. Oh, what's going on over there what's going on in the tech room? Here's the show moving the camera. Yeah, I wish I could fix anything, but we do try as far as we can on our own, and then when we can't, that's when we call in somebody. Earthquake cam, almost for a ball. Seems a little bit almost. Earthquake. Yeah, that's how it looks outside right now. It's only going to get worse. You got thunderstorms coming. Ooh. Actually, last week was one of the very first times I had heard thunder in the winter with regards to the the freezing rain and ice storms that came last weekend. So that was one of the very first times I'd actually heard thunder in the wintertime. It was kind of a very unique experience for us. It was kind of like we were looking at each other and went, was that just thunder? It was. It was thunder. That doesn't happen out here. Not this time of year. There's no way I'm getting away from the cold and snow. If anything, I think Pop and I would move up even farther north. For one, the property's cheaper there, and we kind of get to do what we want. And we don't mind the snow. We don't mind the snow. Whoa. Feedy fighty fo. You just get used to it. It's way of life up here. I'd rather deal with snow than snakes. Thanks. So I'm fine bundling up and walking to the store or taking my little wagon or my little sled or strapping Sophie to the front of the sled and, going down to the store to get her groceries. Yeah, exactly. The seed catalog arrived today. I'll even show you. It's right. Munchkin went to the post office. Here we go. Seeds and flowers. It's called Vessies from Prince Edward Island. That's where they are. And we got all sorts of goodies in here. Very pretty flowers, blockbusters. Got dahlias and hot pokers and spigalias and cone flowers. Lemons for honeybees, fragrant oriental lilac or lily mix. Sorry. There's a bunch of lovely ones here. Perennial lily mix, cone flower, not cornflower, cone flower. Lots of beautiful. And strawberries. Oh, those strawberries look so good. You guys and Harry and Meghan. I was going to say, who's Harry and Meghan? I know who you're talking about now. We don't care. Let them do their own thing. They're people. They put their pants on one leg at a time like everybody else. They're just people. Yeah, lots of good stuff in here. So we were kind of, gladiolas. Oh, they were Pop's mom's favorite. Oh, I can't believe she's been almost gone 13 years. Be like a week and she'll be gone 13 years. These were one of her favorite gladiolas. I think we'll have to pick some of those up for this year. Definitely. Definitely some beautiful gladiolas and lilies and dahlias and finxes and daylilies and freesia mixes, all sorts of fun stuff. So, yeah. They're called the bulbs. Oh, moving further north, that is. Oh. I was like, let the, / royal couple peoples, let them live their own life. I won't go chasing after them, that's for sure. Pinned it in the middle where the seams meet, and then I just kind of let it ride from the top and the bottom. And hopefully everything matches up nicely. Yeah, I just want people to be happy. That doesn't matter to me whether they're famous or not famous, or most of it's just by birth, anyways, right? So lovely. I feel the same too, Pop. If they want to move, they should work to pay for. Like exactly, I had to pay to move here. Very nice, very nice. Sorry, I put a move it over so I can see it now. Very nice. That looks good. Looks good. All right, let's do another one, and then we'll iron some. Do. And that's the scrappiness of it. I'm using 3 left over from what I did with the cardinals and the winter birds, and then I have 2 of the ornament ones to put together. That's the whole scrappiness of it. It doesn't matter whether they all match, whether they don't all match. Like I say, you can put your green in the center or your dark colored, the dark and the lights. You can here's what it looks like with the dark towards the center, and you may find that that is a more lovely pattern for you. So you like that one instead. You like that look instead of this look. You know, the choice is yours. You can do whatever you like with this block, right? You can put a whole big square, a feature fabric in between, and you make this massive king-size quilt. So, doesn't look good. Doesn't look good with the green towards the center. Kind of breaks it up, doesn't it? Yeah. You would kind of want the consistency. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But, excuse me, we're not changing it now. We're keeping them all the same. But you do have the freedom. Hey, buddy. You do have the freedom to explore your own patterns, right? Hey, oh, were you done nappings? Hey, are you done napping, little old man? Hey, come on. Come on. Come say hi to the peeps. Do you think this would frame a panel? Oh, I don't see why not. It's only a 9-inch square. So if you had a panel that's normally probably 20 to 22, you could add 9 inches on either side. That makes a fantastic start to a baby quilt or a lap quilt or even a wall hanging or something. So Mr. Magoo wanted to say hi. Okay. Rude. What? Oh, 50 Shades of Green. There we go. Here, let's put you up to your own little camera so people could see you. There you go. There's Mr. Kai's moment. Oh, I dropped my battery pack. Yeah. Hey, look at the camera. Look at the camera. Look at your mesmerizing eyes. Oh. I dropped my battery pack. Put it in my pocket. There we go. Hey. You're covering the mic. They can't hear you. Hey. There. The mama. Love the mama. That's a big stuffy babe. That's a big stuffy baby. Beautiful, Mr. Clyde. Can you hear a bird? Alright. Alright, buddy. Coming down here. Oh, you're hooked onto my shirt. Come here. That's okay. There we go. I got you unhooked. We're good. All right, let's press these guys here today, right now, and see how they look together. We should be able to put a few together to see kind of what they going to look like. Almost looks like a bit of a snowball, doesn't it? Like a patterned snowball. Well, I hope you're not sick there, Tiffany. I'm not sure what would make you sick. Hopefully Mr. Clive didn't. These beautiful colors. Oh, in my chair, I know it. I can sense it right now. He's in the chair. Yep, he has. And having the little mousers mixed with the present fabric looks really nice. It doesn't even seem like it's too much of a difference. That's what I was kind of hoping for. So that's very lovely. All right, let's lay a couple of these together here so you can see what they're going to look like. Let's try 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2. And then this one's going to make like another, like I said, the secondary pattern that forms within this whole project is going to be lovely. Isn't that nice? There. Meow. 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 Meow's your cat. Meow's your cat, huh? He's keeping me warm. Yeah, I'm sure he's sucking all the life out of me. Doesn't that look pretty? I think that looks lovely. That looks really lovely. It's going to make a lovely quilt. Right? Cutting up bags of carrots for healthy snack. I'm cutting up a bag of carrots. Oh, I'm thinking, how are you cutting up a bag of carrots for scraps? Uh-oh. My top right is turned in. My top right. Did I bugger something up? Oh, thank you. I saw it now. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I saw it now. You're the bomb diggity. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. There we go. Yeah, and as long as you get the darks laying the same direction and the lights laying the same direction, I think it's going to look beautiful. So that'd be lovely, especially with the reindeer. The reindeer in here looks really neat with it all coming together in that little 4-patch. And you can put like a pattern in there, right? You don't always have to just concentrate on the whole block itself, right? So, indeed. Yeah, feel better, Tiff. Feel better. It is very beautiful with the scraps, and it's nice to be able to bust them and to make something else, you know. I like this little secondary of the whole row. I really like that coming together. For some reason, it seems very pretty to me on the camera. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just like little armies in a row. Thank you, thank you. All right. Does anybody have any questions before we kind of just say goodbye for today? And I'll continue working on the blocks throughout the week and get them mostly done and ready for next weekend, so you can kind of see how I'm going to section them out to be able to do the quilt as you go part for the week after that. And yeah, the diamond, I like the diamond. Yeah, it's very pretty. It's very pretty. As long as I have to drive it. I hear you, Kathy. I don't like driving it either. It's my least favorite, that's for sure. So I think so. Very nice. Very visually beautiful, for sure. Very nice. All right, big hugs, everybody. Anybody have any questions? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody have any questions for Mr. Clive? He's ready to answer your questions. He's knowledgeable. Hey, right, buddy? Right, buddy boo? Stay warm. Oh, we're going to try to, Allison. Thank you. And thank you very much for your year in review card that we got. We got that just on Thursday. Thank you very much. That was lovely to read all about what happened to your family throughout this year. So it was very nice of you. Thank you. All right. Anybody have any questions? If not, we will see you on Wednesday's show and the weekend project. We're going to start Pop's Block of the Month. So beautiful. And then we will continue this on next weekend. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Down you go, buddy.